You are now live. Yeah, Schlock West in the morning, Dash Radio, the spin room, you know what it is.
What it do, party peoples? You got the spin room. We back up in the building on this Flashback Friday, this Feel Good Friday. I'll be your man, Bigg Pwee from the spin room. Let me get my crew in the building. Miss Everything, J. Tasha. My right hand, my ride or die, Big Liz in the building. How you ladies doing?
Good.
Beautiful.
I love it, man. We are here on the weekend, but before we get to the weekend, ladies and gentlemen, the spin room. We're bringing you another dope episode. We got a special guest that's in the building. But before we do this each and every day. Right down below, we would like for you guys to please subscribe to our YouTube page. Please give us a thumbs up. Click on that bell because we post a new video every single day, Monday through Friday. And then plus share. Give your folks a chance to see the spin room also and everything that we got going on. So please share this YouTube. We're also on all podcast platforms, Google, Apple, Spotify, and Anchor. So if you're listening to your podcast, you can find us there too. And please make sure that you subscribe there and share with your family and friends. We truly appreciate it. I'm pretty excited for this one. We got a special guest in the building. This guy, man, I tell you, when Les sent me the information, I was like, this is pretty dope. When you look at this guy's resume, he is a orchestra arranger. He's also a music producer. And we're going to sit down, we're going to talk to him because he got something going on with Marvel. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Marvel, okay? All your Marvel movies, yes, we're going to talk to somebody that has an inside scoop and has something to do with Marvel, okay? He's also worked with Janet Jackson, Wyclef, Brandy, the LA Philharmonic, Iyanla, Vanzant, Method Man, Yolanda Adams, Smokie Robinson, and yes, he's worked with Google, okay? So if you don't believe me, you can Google the guy. Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise and give it up for our good friend, Lacey in the building. Yeah, man.
Welcome.
Hey.
Wow.
How's it going, my brother?
It's great. Good to be with this amazing cast.
Yeah. First and foremost, Lacey, we want to say thank you so very much for taking the time out your day to come and hang out with the Spin Room crew. We truly appreciate it, man. Let's dive into it. I see that right now you are in the studio.
Yes, sir.
And you have a eclectic lineup of people that you have worked for, man. Like,
Yes,
I mean,
sir.
it's not like you just work with like one type of group.
Right.
You have been pretty much all over the spectrum here, my man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you work with the LA Philharmonic. A lot of folks can't say they work with the LA Philharmonic. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
At the same time, you work with Janet Jackson, you know, to Method Man,
Wow.
you know. So kind of give us a short background of who Leon Lacey is. How did Leon Lacey end up here?
Wow, man. First of all, I'm honored, man, to have that type of resume, you know,
Yeah.
that stretches. And, you know, I say everything is divine. My motto is life is orchestrated. And pretty much I'm a songwriter, composer, was a young kid in church, grew up on the instruments, then went to college, I got degrees, was signed to Columbia Records. After the industry, I got a taste of it and didn't taste too good. I had an option to keep producing, to keep composing, or to just let it all go. So I decided to just let the industry go, but to continue to develop as a composer. So it led me into different applications of putting on concerts with large orchestras and different celebrities, and now pretty much it's great, man. My reach is just so far. So God has really blessed me with this.
What is your
Man,
background in music? Like, did you go to Berkeley School of Music? Like, and
No.
instruments you play, and reading music, writing music? Give me a little bit of history of all of that you do.
Okay, yeah. So I went to a small private school in Long Island, New York, called Five Towns College, and they're like the small version of Berkeley. I did want to go to Berkeley, but it didn't work out. So I ended up staying in New York. Went to that school for a music education degree, but I was on tour already. So it was like I was only going to school to get the degree. I wasn't really going to get as much as I can out of the education, you know. So now years later, now I'm like beat myself up because I'm like I should have like milked that school for everything it had because I really love doing this, you know, composing, and so now I work nonstop. I'm still continuing education. This is Richard Strauss, self-teaching, and hey, you know.
as you was about to flip through that book, now, back in the day, I used to, you know, I'm not trying to toot my own horn or anything like that, but I used to play the piano.
Okay.
Now, I know.
And me and Les both are like, what?
But if you ask me to play some on the piano now, and I saw you thumb through that book, I was looking at it like, ooh, those some notes in there. I don't know. I don't know some of those notes.
I used to play piano too. I know like my, you know, C's. I know where some keys are. So I could play it.
Mm-hmm.
So who was the person that, Lacey, who got you started, man? Who's the person that you looked up to and you said, man, like this person, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, who got you there?
He's passed away now, but was my brother-in-law named Rob Jiggets. And again, I was just one of those kids in church that was just daydream looking at the drummer, studying everything he did, how he walked in with his sticks, and eventually he gave me some drum lessons. They said when I was about 2 or 3 years old. And I pretty much, he was my guy, man. Like
So at 2 years old, 2, 3 years, was you able to really hold the sticks?
You know what? I think they got some videos of me holding the sticks and keeping the beat.
Wow.
And then I started playing piano when I was about 5. So yeah, thankfully we got some stuff documented.
Wow. Dope. All right, man. You know, one of the biggest things, and I'm gonna tell you right now, you know, rest in peace, Chad Boswick.
Yeah.
You know, Black Panther passed away, and I know right now you are working on something with Marvel.
Right.
Let everybody know what that is.
Wow. So Method Man is becoming a superhero. And yeah, I think next year they're gonna blow it out the frame. So they've been getting all his theme music together and his promo content. And Rockwilder, you know, amazing producer, he called me, he said, hey man, we gotta do something that's amazing. And I was like, let's go. So Rock knows I've been orchestrated for years, and I've been doing a few other things with him. So when he gave me that call, we had about a day or two to knock it out. It was the piece.
Wow.
So the theme song was only a minute and 20 seconds.
Now, they haven't started shooting yet, which means you probably haven't had any footage to go on.
Yeah.
Except for like the history of Marvel and kind of what it is. What's the difference between you working with somebody like a Queen Latifah or Yolanda Adams versus now you're stepping into something where you have to tell the story with this music that's high action? Yeah,
that's a great question, because you get a lot of backstory. So with Marvel does have a sound, like the way all their Spider-Mans and Incredible Hulk, all their sounds, they're particular about how they're using the orchestra instruments. So that put me in a box, but a really big box. So I was able to develop a sound for Method Man, and then Rockwilder came with a beat. So it's like an amazing merge of epic music with hip hop undertone. So it starts out real Marvel. It starts out, I can't wait. I got to let you guys hear it ahead of time though. But I think they have it up on the Marvel website too. So I'll send you the links and stuff.
Yeah.
But so like Yolanda Adams have her sound. And when I worked with her for I worked with her quite a few times, but the Philharmonic, it was my job to strip away her record and just keep the substance. So which is her voice, her lyrics, her chords, but now scored out for just string players, horn players, and make a symphony out of it. And man, they gave me 9 days to do it, y'all. 9 days to do. It was 45 minutes worth of music.
Wow.
That's a compliment to your skill set, as well
Really?
as you having to raise the bar for yourself. Like, all right, let me learn some new stuff. Let me work this out and let me make it happen, which is really dope.
Right. Oh, that's
Wow.
crazy. What's crazy is I had some of the charts right here, actually. Remember this?
Wow. Look how big those
Philharmonic scores.
Right?
It's so huge, yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, it was great working with them, and literally that was the day before my birthday, March 9th. Their show was March 8th of this year, and COVID hit like 2 days after that. So we was like the last show at the Disney Hall with LA Phil, and I'm so blessed and grateful that, you know, it started a new relationship, and they offered me to come back and do other things, and we just made it. So that was a big
happy
night.
belated birthday, first and foremost. Happy belated birthday.
Thank you. That was a while
Or
ago.
happy early birthday. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. And likewise to y'all, birthday too, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Thank you.
in like 10 days. Woo-woo.
Yeah.
So I saw that you worked with Wyclef Jean, Janet Jackson, Brandy, Smokie Robinson, Method Man. Who is your favorite artist to work with, and like who is more hands-on and like helping you produce and you know, just orchestrating the whole project?
Man, that's such a tough question. That's like a trick question. But but I will tell you, the artist that calls me like literally every day, every morning I wake up, he's on my WhatsApp. We do video. Wyclef is like really family. Like I live in LA. I'm from New York. So whenever I go back to New York, Wyclef is always like, hey, you got to come over. We're working on some jingles and scores and stuff like that as well. But I worked on his last album, The Carnival. Wow, goodness gracious. I guess my room was like a
library of...
Like a library.
Yeah.
So,
Yes, the Carnival.
I worked on the Carnival 3. I know you can't see it, but my name is on there. But yeah, he's great. He's like the big bro. He went to 5 Towns College too.
Yeah.
So,
Wyclef and I started our dancing careers together in the clubs and everything. We go way back. Me, him, and Tricky, the one who introduced.
That's right, Tricky.
So the 3 of us are always together. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. And I checked out some of your videos. You're amazing.
Thank you.
You are amazing. Like, I gotta big you up another time, but you're awesome.
No, it's
Hold on, you can give her flowers now. Give
Yeah,
her.
right.
We give flowers.
That's right. I wish
You know
I
what I'm
could
saying?
no Christmas tree. Yeah. Thank you for all that you've done and everything that you're still doing.
Well, I appreciate
Inspired.
it.
Yes, all the
Thank
art.
you.
We're all connected.
I love learning about new stuff and new artists like yourself. I want to talk about, let's educate our listeners for a second. You were an artist signed to Columbia. I know you've worked with Corey Rooney, friend of mine. Everybody who doesn't know, he's responsible for like Jennifer Lopez and Mariah Carey.
Right.
What was the difference? You said there were things in the industry that turned you off from being an artist, and then you had to like pick a road, right? To stay or to go. So let's talk about some of the things you didn't like that you learned that made this just helped you make the decision to say yes to this industry again, and how you're using those lessons now.
Okay, very, very good point. So I was a gospel artist. I love making inspirational music at the time, and I could tell a story without putting names in there. But I was signed by a big exec, and a few weeks after I got my contract, all great, perfect, there was another producer that was put into Columbia, and they already had their whole roster. So it's like they wanted more hip hop acts, and this gospel act got bumped out the way. And it was just like, oh, it just hit me so hard. And then after that, about a year, I got another deal, but it wasn't as big as the Columbia deal. So I kind of knew what I was in for. It wasn't as exciting. It was like not really something I was looking forward to. But anyway, now coming back to the industry, like you said, it was like maybe 10 years that went by from that. Yeah, so 10 years of me just composing, touring, writing, just doing whatever I can to stay musically active, and also learning how to score even more. So now I look at myself as being in the industry, but being a private contractor. So the industry is not controlling what I do day to day. You know, I'm working with Iyanla, Vanzant, Judge Maybelline, so many different personalities who are not necessarily music industry.
Right.
They keep me so taken care of. I can live happy. I can make music. I don't have to worry about an exec shelving my music or anything like that. So I feel like I'm in the industry, but kind of like to the side.
But that's so
It's
dope.
a beautiful thing because
right, preparation meets opportunity, and here it all came.
That's right. Absolutely.
I mean, it's a beautiful thing because at the end of the day, you know, people understand and they see your talent and they see your what you can bring to the table, which is really dope. You know what I'm saying? What when you look at doing something like with Method Man, and you understand that's more on a hip hop level, and then you go to film LA Phil, which is more strings and piano and everything like that. How do you separate the two? When you sit down, how do you separate the two? Like none of them kind of collide together sometimes?
You know what? That's a fun question, because you would think that you do have to separate the two, but the key I've learned is professionalism. Like being professional works in every area, every world, from the orchestra world to the hip hop world to the R&B to the television world. That word and that theme of being a professional, it speaks every language. Method Man is very much a professional. Wu-Tang Clan is very much professional. You know, we act wild, we act, you know, have fun, but everything is run very systematically and programmed. Just like writing a score for a bunch of 100 musicians on stage who got PhD, doctorate degrees and master degrees and more educated than me, you know, so it's like I get a chance to have fun seeing how articulate I can be. And I love this saying that the more you can articulate, the more you can accumulate. And it works in every area. And I'm, you know, just a quick answer.
I was gonna ask, you talked about some deals, and you know, inquiring minds want to know how, like, I'm trying to figure out how do I ask this question, because I really want to know, like, when you score films, like, is it really, do you get more money on scoring films or working in music production? Yeah. I'm trying to ask the money question. I'm trying to get it.
I was gonna say, get your hand out this man's pocket.
No, like, cause it's, you know.
This is the question though. Y'all asking some dope bomb questions, because real talk, we know what's going on with the music industry. Like with streaming and CD sales, is like, you know, it's like money is not like it was flowing. Right. But when it comes to like orchestration and film scoring, these TVs are playing so much content from Netflix to HBO to BET, and those are solid checks. And that's a lot of it is residual. So
I'm about to say, yeah, do you get residuals and royalties?
Yeah, exactly. But when you're scoring a movie, if it's like a movie that comes in the theater or HBO, you're looking at a really good budget. You're looking at upwards of $100,000 for just like 30 minutes of music.
And that's interesting that you said that, because I was talking to a friend of mine and he was telling me something which I never knew. If you are in a film as a artist, producer, you know, your goal is to either get the first song of the film or the last song of the film. And can you explain why that is? Why they want the first or the last instead of just getting their song on the film?
Right. Well, that's a very easy question to answer, because that first or last song are usually like the themes of the movie. Those are like the songs that make the Bodyguard, I Will Always Love You. Those songs make the movie pop. And actually, from a business standpoint, when you do a score, you're not getting residuals for the score. You get paid a flat fee. But when you get a song on the soundtrack, you actually get residuals from that, as well as a fee up front. So it's quite a few advantages by having a song as like a composition in the movie. But again, when the movie starts with a song or end with the song, that means it's really a strong song, and they're gonna use it. You can use it for so many other applications.
With all that you've had your hands in, what is the ultimate goal for you as a musician? Like, what do you want people to say Leon Lacey was, made me feel, did, love?
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. I guess I'm still growing into that answer. You know, I don't know who has trailblazed my path, because I could say Quincy Jones, but I'm a songwriter and a singer as well, and I love vocal work as well. I don't know of Quincy's repertoire with that. I know he did Back on the Block and a few other things, but as far as singing, I don't know if Quincy's ever sung on his records. But then with orchestration and technology and playing several instruments, I'm still finding my way. So hopefully when I find that answer, I will let you know. I love making content though. I try to make a song every day, literally. If the song is usually 1 to 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes if it's a good day, but a score, whether it has lyrics or not, I just like to keep the creativity flowing every single day.
Well, I mean, if you up to it, I'm just kind of throwing this out here. No pressure, none, Leon. You know what I'm saying? Just saying.
Let's hear it.
We would like to, maybe, you can produce an intro for our show. I'm just throwing it out there,
Come on. Look, y'all put me on this great platform, so let me give you guys a few samples of the work and see what sticks.
Okay, I love that, man. No pressure, no biggie. You know what I'm saying?
Can I add some pressure right now?
Yes, please.
Can you just give us a little taste of your vocal stylings, please?
Oh wow, with just acoustic or what?
Yeah, give us some acoustics. I mean, some acapella, whatever you want to give us, real quick.
I'm about to say, you're very talented. I didn't know you.
Look at that. He got everything. It's like
yeah.
Right. What you need?
I feel like a reality show. I just want to say thank you for having me here in the spin room. Just want to say thank you for having me here in the spin room. Here in the spin room. Here in the spin room. A little shaky, but hey.
At the screen.
Got some auto-tune on me and I'll be all right.
Yeah, we definitely gonna need an intro by him. I'm so ready for it.
Yeah.
My heart is racing so fast. So when I give you guys something, it'll be a little bit more smooth.
No,
All right.
Thank you so much for sharing all of your gifts with us and this knowledge. We cannot wait to hear what's going to happen with Marvel and see more of you and other artists. Anything that's coming on deck for 2021 outside of Marvel?
Oh wow, Oh yes. Well, Father MC.
Hey, he's back.
Hey, Mr. Tim, he's a neighbor, and Tony Tricky hooked me up. He connected me with you and Father MC. I'm from Far Rockaway, like the hat says.
He's in the house, I know.
Yep. You know about Far Rock?
I'm from Queens, from Jackson Heights, East Elmhurst.
Oh wow! Oh yeah, we connected. So he has some great ideas going on, but it's every day, every week is a new client. It's at least I average at least 2 or 3 new clients every week. So
that's what's up.
It's gonna be an amazing
pandemic.
year.
That's great.
Yeah, pandemic. I'm in my own studio. I can keep working, and that's dope. We all stay safe and just make it through this pandemic. It's gonna be a great time when it's over for everybody.
Before we get up out of here, Lacey, give everybody your social media.
Okay, sure. My Instagram is I am Leon Lacey. I am Leon Lacey. And Facebook is Leon Lacey, Leon Lacey.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. We want to thank our buddy, our friend, our guy, Lacey, for dropping by the spin room and blessing us with everything he got going on. We look forward to seeing, like Les said, we're looking forward to 2021, seeing the great things that you got going on, man. And you have an open door policy anytime, any day. You can jump by the spin room and talk about whatever you got going on. Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for our buddy. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah.
I just want to shout out my amazing wife. She's not in the building right now, but Stephanie, and she's like my heart and soul. And when she looks back on this, I want her to just know that I shout her out because she deserves it.
Hey, Steph girl.
Thank you.
Hey, we love that, man. Black love is everything, you dig?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Once again, ladies and gentlemen, our guy, Leon Lacey. Please make sure you guys follow him on all social media platforms. We thank you once again, my guy, for stopping by the spin room. Jay Tasha, Big Les, I'll be your man, Bigg Pwee, on this Friday. You guys enjoy your day. And Leon Lacey, thank you, my guy. We out of here. Peace.
Peace.
Yeah, you are now live